Your phone buzzes. You don't know what it is. You don't know who it's from. And somehow, that's the whole point. Because 300,000 years ago, a sound like that meant something very different. A twig snapping in the grass. Your ancestors had about 2 seconds to decide what it was. Dinner or a lion. Guess wrong, and there's no second chance. So evolution built something into you. A system that reacts to uncertainty before you even understand what's happening. That system never got an update. It's still running, right now, in your pocket. But the strangest part isn't the system itself. It's what happened when someone found a way to switch it on purpose, thousands of times a day. Picture the savannah, tall grass, wide open sky, your ancestors moving in small groups. Because a group was survival, and being alone was a death sentence. The ones who lived long enough to have children weren't the strongest. They were the ones who noticed things first. A shape at the tree line. A sound out of place. Their brains didn't wait for proof. They reacted the instant something felt new. Centuries later, a scientist would put that exact reaction under a microscope. And what he found didn't just explain human survival. It explained something happening in your hand right now. A laboratory, monkeys, a neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz, running a routine experiment on reward. He expected a simple result. Give the reward. The brain celebrates. That's not what happened. The brain celebrated early, before the reward ever arrived. At the exact moment it became possible, not the prize, the chance of one. That single detail would later explain why you check a screen that usually has nothing new on it. But that wasn't the strangest discovery. Decades earlier, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner built a box. Inside it, an animal could press a lever for a reward. Reward every time, and the animal stayed calm. Reward randomly, sometimes yes, sometimes nothing, and the animal became obsessed. It couldn't stop pressing. Skinner had found the single most addictive pattern ever recorded. Not certainty, not even reward. Uncertainty. Now, hold both of those discoveries in your mind at once, because somewhere, decades later, a small team of engineers found the same 2 studies, and they didn't file them away. They built something out of them. Here's the part most people never think about. Your phone isn't addictive. Uncertainty is. Every time you unlock it, you don't know what's waiting. That not knowing is the exact chemical trigger Schultz found in the lab, wired to the exact behavior Skinner found in the box. But there's a second alarm buried even deeper, and it has nothing to do with dopamine. Go back to the savannah one more time. Imagine getting separated from your group. No protection. No help nearby. For most of human history, that wasn't inconvenient. It was fatal. Your brain built an alarm for exactly that moment, wired into a region called the amygdala. Cut off from the tribe, alarm fires. No exceptions. Now, fast forward. Your battery hits 1%. Your chest tightens before you even understand why. That's not about the device. That's the same ancient alarm, mistaking a dead battery for losing your tribe. Then something even stranger turned up in the data. People's anxiety dropped the moment they simply held their phone again. Not when they read a message, not when they solved anything, just from holding it. The object itself had become the signal for safety, which means this rectangle of glass had somehow learned to speak a language written into you 300,000 years before it existed. Somewhere in California, an engineer changes the shade of one button. 50 million phones update overnight. Nobody notices the button. Everybody's thumb moves a little faster. That change gets measured, compared, refined. Run again the next day on a different button, a different color, a different half-second delay before a message loads. To you, it looks like an app. To them, it's a live experiment, run on millions of nervous systems at once. And the winning version was never the one that made you happiest. It was the one that made you come back. Red badges. For your ancestors, red meant blood or danger or ripe fruit. Always, pay attention now. Pull to refresh. Down, release, wait. A slot machine lever, rebuilt for your thumb. 2 examples, same pattern. You already know the rest. So here's the question worth sitting with. Did technology change human nature? Or did it simply find the oldest, most reliable switch inside you and learn exactly where it was hidden? Because that's the part almost nobody says out loud. The most powerful companies on Earth didn't invent your instincts. They studied a brain built for lions and campfires and found out precisely which levers still worked. Tonight, your phone will buzz again. Watch the half second before you reach for it. That reach was never really a choice. It's an alarm 300,000 years old, going off in a world it was never built for. You think you're checking your phone. Most of the time, your ancient brain already checked it before you did.